Hello, welcome to my channel. My name is Kate Nielsen, and today we're going to be reading the weekly energy. So, if you could go ahead and take a big deep breath. And as you breathe in, I just want you to clear your mind. And on your exhale, go ahead and open your eyes. And I want you to tell me if you are resonating with this orange calcite, this amethyst, or this beautiful clear quartz. So you decide which one are you resonating with, and that'll determine which reading is for you. So we are going to start with the orange calcite group. Okay, so the goal is just to ask the tarot what to expect this week. We just want to know what your week is going to be like. What might you need to know in order to have a good week? All right, we're going to start with the tarot. All right, so what will the group, the first reading, what do they need to know about their week? Okay, I'm getting that we're going to pull 3 cards. We've got, oh, very nice. Okay. So let's just get started with the tarot. So this first card is the 6 of Cups. And this card is just sort of pure joy. I mean, look at these characters. They are having such a blissful time laying in the grass. They're abundant. Look at all the flowers they've got around them. And the sun is shining. This card also talks about like reminiscing about our past. So there might be some just thoughts about how joyful life maybe was a certain time ago. But really kind of spending some time having some fun, right? That would be nice, for sure. Okay, and then this next card is the 6 of Swords. Interesting. We have 2 6s, the 6 of Swords. And this card is really about leveling up. So leveling up your thoughts. Sort of like if you see this character, he's ascending, he or she, I guess, right? He or she, they're ascending above kind of where they live, their neighborhood. And what I mean by that, I think, is their thoughts aren't just weighing them down. They're picking and choosing maybe a more positive spiritual mindset. And so I think what this is saying so far is due to tuning in to some joy, maybe connecting with some parts of your old self, it helps to kind of up-level a little bit, right? We're going to raise up to the next level. And so that's really good. This looks like this is going to be a good week so far. All right, and then this card is the Princess of Swords. And the Princess of Swords is a very balanced, kind of mighty character. This particular card is really talking about how to own your stuff. How do you tune in to what you want and then take it, go for it, do it, right? So, jump into it. Okay, let's go ahead, and this time we're going to ask the tarot. I'm sorry, not the tarot. This is the Lenormand deck. Lenormand is just another divination deck. It's a very concrete. You get concrete answers with the Lenormand. All right, let's see what the Lenormand has to say. Oh, this is so nice. This is the Garden card. Okay, the Garden card is just so beautiful. Look at this beautiful space. Wouldn't that be nice to spend time in? So this card is just like beauty and joy, just like we were talking about over here. This is just going to add some love, some beauty, some maybe some like almost some fantasy, right? Not in like a off in another world fantasy, but more in like just kind of enjoying, let yourself daydream. That's what I'm trying to say. Daydream a little bit. That's fantastic. So that's great. Okay, let's see what the angels have to say about this week for the calcite group. All right, so we'll go ahead and ask the angels. Angels, what do they need to know about their week? What do they need to know about their week? What do they need to know about their week? Okay. All right, and this card, Okay, it says, what do you desire? And so this card is going to be about really like taking some stock to like really decide what is it that you want in your life. Is there maybe a story you want to rewrite? We tell ourselves stories, right? Like in our brains. So we have these things, they're called limiting beliefs. And those, what they do is they tell us that maybe we're bad at math because we had a teacher tell us that when we were a kid. Or, maybe we think we don't look good in a certain color because one day one person said that, right? So what I'm trying to say is those are kind of interesting examples I gave. But what that means is like we get to write our story. So let's write it. This is talking about like think about what do you desire? You have the opportunity to write your script according to what you want. So it looks like this week, by tuning in to the joy and the love of maybe some past stuff, some reminiscing, just kind of like digging deep into like how you find joy, right? That you're going to work on ascending, kind of taking what you want, deciding what you want with some balance, and then maybe doing it in a way where you start to write your story, like rewrite your story in the way that you want. I love that. This is good. This is going to be a powerful week. All right, you know what? I think the angels want us to pull one more card. And I'm thinking it's this one. Oh my gosh. Okay, so it looks like it's going to be life purpose related. And so in terms of what you desire, I think this is going to be about your life purpose. So what are you wanting to do? This says the purpose of your life is to serve in a way that brings great joy to yourself and others. So great joy to yourself and others, right? Don't worry about finding your purpose. Instead, focus on serving a purpose, and that purpose will serve you. That's beautiful. I love that. All right, well, this week kind of feels transformational to me. Okay, let's ask the guides. So this is a spirit guide deck. Let's go ahead and ask the guides what they think. Oh, that was a terrible shuffle. Okay, guides, what does group Calcite, orange Calcite, think about or need to know about their week? You know what, let's shuffle this way. What do they need to know about their week? What do the guides have to say? Okay, let's go ahead and just cut. Okay, oh, this is so good. Okay, this one it says psychic awareness, divine soul. And so what this card is meaning is it's also an opportunity as you kind of look at your life purpose, looking at what you desire, reaching down deep into what you know brings you joy, helping you ascend. So these two kind of go together, right? About like psychic awareness is not just for quote unquote like the psychics. This is for everybody. Everybody has psychic powers. We just have to tune into it, allow our intuition to guide us. And so I think with making these decisions, with looking at what you desire, tuning into the joy in order to ascend, really looking at your thoughts to raise on up, and tuning into your intuition. What does your intuition have to say? Where is it guiding you? Which direction is it wanting you to go in? And maybe it has to do with a garden. You know, the Lenormand deck is very concrete. So what I mean by that is sometimes I'll ask questions and it'll be very specific. Like something will have to do with my dog, and then I'll pull the dog card, which is in the deck. So this could be a actual garden. Maybe there's a garden near you or your own garden that gives you a lot of inspiration and helps you find these answers. So maybe spend some time in nature. I wonder if that's what that's saying. Okay, let's talk to the animals now. So animal spirit. All right, what does the orange calcite group need to know about their week? What does the orange calcite group need to know about their week? Okay. Okay, we got dragonfly spirit. All right, this says truth ascends illusion. Okay, so what I think that this is saying is similar to this and similar to this is that truth transcends illusion. So in our physical world, we see stuff, we think stuff is there, but in reality, our brains can only process, like, I think, oh my gosh, I might butcher this. It's like 1% or 10%, one of those, of how much we actually see in our world. and we're not even seeing the rest of it. It's insane. So I think this is talking about dragonflies wanting you to know that there's so much more going on. There's so much more going on behind the scenes that's happening on an energetic level, that's happening on a spiritual level. And so by tuning into that, tuning into your psychic awareness, your intuition, allowing your thoughts to kind of settle back into a peaceful place, peaceful joy place, right? In order to ascend, to reach into your psychic awareness, maybe connect with nature, to find that life purpose, to go take what you want. So I think this week is going to be really nice. I think it's going to be maybe transforming is what it feels like. Interesting, we got a couple 6s. 6 might be an important number. 2s look like they're kind of coming up. So 2s are going to be about like choices, right? Like which direction do you want to go, fork in the road kind of a thing. 6s really kind of, they're about, they're also about choices now that I think about it. They're about maybe love even. So that would be interesting about looking into that for your week as well. Okay, so Orange Calcite, this is your reading for the week. I'm so sorry I've kind of made a mess of these cards. Okay, so what I want you to do is if you want to, please subscribe. I hope you have a great week. I hope you come back. I have another video coming Wednesday. And if you have any questions or comments, please let me know below. And have a great week. Okay, now we're going to go ahead and look at the Ameythest group. So if you picked Ameythest, this is for you. All right, let's go ahead and ask the tarot. So what we're going to do is we're just going to ask the tarot, what do you need to know for the week? Maybe what will help you have a good week? Just that kind of stuff. Kind of see what is in store. All right, so Ameythest group. That was a terrible shuffle. What does the Ameythest group need to know for their week? What does the Ameythest group need to know for their week? Okay, we're going to go ahead and cut it. All right, I'm going to pull 3 cards. Oh, very good. Okay, we got some good cards here. All right, there's really no bad cards in the tarot. That's a misnomer there's some cards that are more challenging. We could word it like that, but these are positive cards. These are not as challenging. Okay, so we'll start here. So this one is the Prince of Cups. And the Prince of Cups, look at him. He is having fun. He's got a drink in his hand. He's riding this wave, hanging out with his bird friend. He's expressing himself in a really fun way. And so I would say this card is saying, have some adventure this week. Maybe look at stuff you really like to do. What raises your adrenaline just a little bit? How do you express yourself? All this blue in this card and the reason in the cups too, it's kind of talking about your emotions as well. So how do you express yourself in this kind of way? Think about this on an emotional level. If you could express yourself in control, you're controlling the bird, right? You've got a drink in your hand. You've got a cape flying off your back, which sounds really fun. And you're riding this emotion wave in a way that you are owning it. So maybe think about how can you take that attitude this week? There's different ways to do that. We could ask at the end of the reading, we'll ask on how. Plus, it might come out actually with more cards. Okay, this card, the 4 of Wands. This card is talking about some sort of success is going to happen this week. It looks like you might, what I think it might be is you might be cheering somebody on this week. So somebody in your family or a friend or a coworker, or maybe even in our countries or in the world, there might be some sort of success this week, which is amazing. And so, but this is something that you're really excited about. So that's how it's going to impact you. You're going to be super jazzed, super excited. And it's going to help you to feel, I think, grounded and peaceful, to be honest. And I think, see all this light shining here? I think that light is really kind of just proving how the universe works. And so what I mean by that is just coming to maybe some spiritual peace through this success. That's what it feels like to me. Something that you're excited about. Okay, now this card is the 2 of Wands. And this card, I think, is kind of saying how you might have a little struggle this week, kind of going back and forth with that battle that happens in our heads, right? of some fiery passion, maybe fighting with some peace. That's kind of what I'm seeing here. So, so just kind of take note of that. Take note of what that's going to be like. You know, it looks like you've got a road to maybe follow, but you're kind of getting in your own way. So that's what I kind of think that is telling us. So let's go ahead and ask the Lenormand. So Lenormand is another oracle deck, or divination deck is maybe a better way to word that. Let's ask the Lenormand what it has to say about your week. So what does the Ameythest group need to know about their week? Okay, so this is the Scythe card. I hope I'm saying that right. This card is basically just kind of talking about, like, you might have to cut your way through some stuff this week. So there might be little things holding you back. Might be relating to this, how you kind of are fighting with yourself. There might be some weeds, let's say, in your way, metaphorically or literally. That all depends upon what's going on, right? So let's see what else. Okay, let's see what the angels have to say about this. So far, let's actually recap real quick. So far we're going to look at how do we kind of ride the wave of our emotions and do it in this way. We want to picture this dude. We want to have it, like I said, a drink in our hands, in control. Something successful is going to happen that we're going to feel pretty jazzed about. If you notice, these people up top, that's what really my intuition is telling me is what's going to impact you, which is why I'm thinking that you're going to be the spectator, but it's going to be something that you're really passionate about. All right, you might get in your way a little bit. There might be something to cut through that you're going to have to deal with. All right, let's see what the angels have to say. Sometimes the angels will tell us what is it going to be about, right? What is the difficulty going to be about? Let's see. What might the difficulty be about? Okay, so interestingly, we pulled this card that says wedding. And so this card is not just about, like, specifically like maybe your marriage or getting married or if you want to be married. It's not really about that. I mean, it could be. It could be that concrete. But it could also be, think about just the commitment, right? Like how we commit, when you get married, you commit to this other person and this life together, right? And so there could be something that you have to kind of cut through and kind of fight yourself on for something that you're struggling to commit to. That's kind of what I'm kind of getting from that. And maybe to, like, committing to love itself. And I don't mean romantic love. I mean love in a love for all kind of way, like a spiritual love conquers all sort of situation. Really, like, maybe you're going to get a little caught up in that this week about how do you find that love. Okay, let's go ahead and ask the guides. All right, what does the Ameythest group need to know about their week? Okay. All right, so the card says rest. Okay, so this card is basically just saying it's time to take a load off, it's time to rest. I see this character reading a book, chilling out, because I think, it sounds like it's been kind of rough. I'm thinking that maybe the last week or two has been difficult. It's been difficult. I think you've been fighting for something. I think that you might be fighting with yourself. It might be fighting with something outside of yourself. Even though there'll be success this week, and you're going to want to work on riding this wave, right? I think, and you're going to have to cut through some stuff, right? I think that rest is going to be super important. So the spirit guides, they're telling you it's time to take a rest. Okay, so time to take a rest. All right, so lastly, or actually, you know what? We're going to do this animal deck, and then I've got one more deck I want to check out. All right, so what do the animals want you to know about your week? What do the animals want you to know about your week? I'm just shuffling till I've been told to stop. Okay, it's the wasp spirit. Okay, so this is talking about how sometimes life stings is what it says, right? Wasps can be kind of hardcore. You know, they can be a little tricky sometimes. They're not the nicest animal, or bug, I should say. They can be kind of aggressive and they can be defensive of their territory. And so, you know, maybe that's also part of what's been going on for you lately, is that you're just feeling like, you know, life stings. It's hard. You're struggling right now. And so I think more than anything, you know, if you look over the cards we've pulled, you know, as a whole, this reading feels to me like it's a little up and down, right? Like we've got some control over our emotions. We're trying to take control. We've got some success, but then here we're fighting with ourselves, maybe fighting with the outside world. We're struggling with maybe our faith in love, maybe our faith in how everything is okay. We got to cut through some stuff. You know, the saying that I keep wanting to come up with is you got to cut through some bull, right? And I don't want to cuss, but you know what I mean. And then, you know, I think Spirit's telling you to rest, take a break, and recognize, accept. Sometimes life stings. We have to accept that, right? Okay, so lastly, because it does seem like this week is going to be a little tricky, I think that it's been tricky, and I think that, you know, I think it's time to take a rest. I think all this stuff is going to kind of slow down a little for you, and I think you're going to feel a lot more on top of your emotions this week. But lastly, we're going to pull a card. This is from the Power of Love deck. And this one, I just want to know, what does Group Ameythest, what could they do to help how they feel internally? Just to help feel good. What can they do? Let's just ask this. Let's just do it. All right, let's see. What can they do? What will help them feel better? Okay. Okay, the card is Virtue, and it says, you acknowledge your loving spiritual attributes that encourage others to grow. And so this is just reminding you that you're a beautiful soul. Of course you are. And you've been working hard. And you are so good at encouraging others to grow. You're such a good cheerleader to others. And so just keep that in mind. Others really appreciate your love, your support, everything you do for them. And also, how can you turn that on yourself? Like, is there, you know, can you cheerlead yourself a little bit this week and give yourself that love? Okay, well, I hope you have a good week. I hope you come back for more readings. I'm sorry I'm making a mess of these cards. You probably want to see them one last time. And I'll have another video out on Wednesday. And hope you subscribe as well. And it was really nice to read for you. I really enjoyed it. Okay, all right, I'll talk to you later. Okay, hello. This is the reading for the Clear Quartz group. I just want to point out this Clear Quartz is super special. I don't know if you can tell. Do you see that thing inside? It sort of looks like an angel. Anyway, okay, so this is a special rock. I'm excited that you picked it. Let's go ahead and see what the tarot, we'll start with the tarot, has to say for you and your week. So we just want to know what is in store for the Clear Quartz group for their week. Is there anything that they need to know to have a good week? What can they expect? What's coming up? That is what we need, what we want to know. So we'll go ahead and we'll start with 3 cards from the tarot. And I'm just going to keep shuffling until I'm told to stop. Okay. All right, we've got 1, 2, 3. Okay, this is great. All right, so let's go ahead and start with these. So this first card is the Princess of Wands. And if you can tell, this character is coming out of the fire, coming out of the passion, so enthusiastic and excited. And what this card is saying is that this week, I think you're going to have a lot of passion, a lot of excitement. You're going to feel like you're coming out of it with strength, with fire in your belly. You're going to just really tune into some passion and fire that you've got going on. And I think it's a message to you to, like, kind of find that fire within, right? To be this person, oh my gosh, to, like, feel that really kind of ecstasy, right? Of, like, when we really tune into our passions, we can feel amazing and excited. It's like that, I think it was a Tina Turner song. I'm so excited. That's what this card reminds me of. Okay, sorry for me singing. I'm kind of a terrible singer. Okay, so then the next card, the Three of Cups. This card is all about celebrating, being with people you love, celebrating, see all the abundance around them, and they're cheersing and they're having fun. And so this card, we're going to celebrate. We're going to celebrate your passions. This might be quite literally getting together with friends or family, especially through this virus stuff. Maybe you're going to see people you haven't seen in a while, but it could also be about celebrating this passion, maybe sharing it with friends, putting together, like starting to talk to people about what you're so passionate about, and it going really well and so supportive and so happy. That's just amazing. These are great cards. And then there's going to be some forward motion, which is the Chariot. The Chariot card is all about taking forward action. Now this card is what we call in the tarot, what they call, I never came up with this, what they call a major arcana card. And what that means is it's a major life change. And so what I think this is saying is that you've got some passions coming out, right? We've got some passions. We've got some celebration about the passions. And then we're going to have some movement. We're going to really move forward, which is just absolutely amazing. That is so great. Okay, let's see we're going to ask a question from the Lenormand deck. Lenormand is just another divination deck. And it's actually pretty concrete, so we're going to see what message it has to say. Maybe even in response to what this is about. So what is happening for the Clear Quartz group this week? What is happening for the Clear Quartz group? Okay. This is so good. The Tree card. Okay, so the Tree card is an amazing card. Look how beautiful it is. The rainbow, the balance. Oh my gosh. It's just got like divine roots. Think about how strong trees are, right? They can sway in the wind and the storms. They grow up to the sun. They reach their potential. Trees are so inspiring. So this is talking about how inspiring, there's some growth. There's going to be some balance coming into your life, some growth with your passions and your celebrations and your forward movement. That is so exciting. The Tree card, that's just like a great card. It is one of my favorites. So, okay, let's ask the angels now. What do they want to tell you about your week? All right, so angels, what is going to happen, or what do the Clear Quartz group need to know about their week? What does the Clear Quartz group need to know about their week? Okay. Oh, all right. So, interesting. Okay. So this says opportunity to forgive. So there could be somebody or something in your life that will be really important for you to forgive. It could be a situation. It could be, like I said, another person. The card itself says the situation brings you the opportunity to heal, grow, and release negative patterns. Hold the intention of seeing the other person's inner divine light and goodness. We will help you release unforgiving thoughts, feelings, and energies, and lift you to a higher place of peace and compassion, which is just amazing. And it could be important for you to do this before all this stuff can happen, right? Like, it's hard to find our passion and celebrate and take forward motion when we're stuck in this, before we can forgive. So that could be why they wanted us to know that. I think that this is going to be really important in order to move forward and have that forward motion. Okay, so that's really, really important. This is an exciting reading. I think it's going to be a really good week for you. I'm getting called to pull another angel card. And I am also being told to shuffle again. All right, so what does the the Clear Quartz group need to know? What else? Okay, we're ready. Okay, so the other one that they wanted you to know is to have confidence. So, we're talking about some major changes, some major motion coming on in your week. And, the best way to do that is to forgive. Maybe it's forgiving yourself. and also to have confidence. And so this card is about, it even says, moving forward does not necessarily require you to have confidence in yourself. Confidence in God is enough. Okay, so it's talking a lot about faith, right? You don't have to be religious. You don't have to believe in God even, but just have faith. Lean upon the angels. If your confidence wavers, will buoy you with courage and faith. So that's really positive. I love that. They're there to support you. That's what they're saying. You don't necessarily have to move forward with confidence, but they're there for you if you need them. All right, let's ask what the guides want to know. I'm sorry, what the guides want to tell us. Man, I got to slow down. All right, guides, what does the Clear Quartz group need to know about their week? What does the Clear Quartz group need to know about their week? All right, it says new beginnings. So I'm starting to see a theme here. Are you? I guess I'm starting to see this theme. All right, it looks like with all of the beautiful passion that you're tuning into, with the lovely support that you're going to get from friends and family, the forward motion, the growth, and the groundedness, and the reaching for the stars even, or the sun, right? After forgiving, maybe yourself, having some confidence, new beginnings. We're getting to new beginnings. It's so exciting. This is going to be a really cool week, I think. Really cool. All right, lastly, let's see what the animals have to say. All right, animals, what do the Clear Quartz group need to know for this week? Okay, we've got horse spirit. Okay, horse spirit is just really reminding you about freedom. The freedom is yours, right? Like, think about wild horses. They can run and break free, and, the horse spirit is just so amazing, right? Think about horses when they run. They just have so much freedom. So this spirit message is just reminding you that through this passion, through the celebration, through the forward motion, through all the steps that we just talked about, which these step-by-steps, that there's freedom in what you're doing. There's freedom in it. And so if you look at it that way, call on horse spirit to help you. There's a lot of spirit. And, think about horses too. Like, they're big, mighty animals. And so, keep that in mind, right? When think about your confidence. You're a big, mighty spirit. You are ready. You are ready to move forward. You are ready to get that forward motion going. Ask for friends and family to support you. Ask for the angels for their support. And then lastly, let's ask this last deck one more question. We want to know, what do you need in order to kind of fulfill this, right? To move forward with all this. What kind of love? This is the Power of Love deck. So what kind of love? What do you need to remember about yourself in order to work on all this, to move forward with this? What do we need to know? Okay, it says humility. So you have developed the loving awareness that you and everyone else are the same, but on different paths. Okay, so remember that, right? Like, we're all different. We're all doing different things, but really we're all connected. We're all the same, right? In so many ways. Well, we're all spirits having this experience, so we're all spiritual the same. And we're all doing our own thing. So keep that in mind. Maybe that has to do with our forgiveness too, right? Okay, well, I really appreciate your time here with me today. I'd love to hear how it goes. Let me know in the comments. Or if you want to connect with me in other ways, check the notes below. And please subscribe so you don't miss a video. I've got another video coming out on Wednesday. And I hope you're going to have a good week. It looks like it. It looks like some change is going to happen, for sure. So thank you so much for coming. Take care. Don't forget to subscribe. I said that already. And I really enjoyed this reading and reading for you. Okay, take care.